Now at 6, a policy intended to address the sewage crisis is set to be heard today by the County Board of Supervisors. CBS 8's Regina Yarita has all the details coming up here in a live report.
And the Chula Vista City Council getting ready to vote on whether Measure P should be on the November ballot, why city leaders want to extend it. Plus, a warning from health experts this morning after the search for a hiker that went missing on Black Mountain has come to an end.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Welcome to the 6 a.m. hour, everyone. Glad you're with us on this Tuesday. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Iranpour. And get ready. It's going to be another hot day around the county. So as you're picking out what to wear today, light, maybe tank tops.
Light and white.
Evan Rani joining us, tracking the conditions. What can we expect today, Evan?
Yeah, light colors, light material, everything, all the above can help you out. We are cooling down, but I mean, the cool down, like we've been talking about over the last couple of days, just hasn't been all that substantial. Sunday was our day of peak heat. Yesterday, Monday, we cooled down by 2 or 3 degrees, not all that noticeable. Today, we'll cool by another 2 to 3 degrees. So we're sliding for sure. It's just when you're still out there in the sun and it's 86 degrees like it will be inland this afternoon, it's hard to say we're cooling down. So along the coastline, we will finally be back in the 70s out there, but upper 70s at that. If you want to head to the beach today, will be another fabulous day to do so. Mountains and deserts are still rather hot out there at 87, 109 for the deserts. Here's what it's like out the door right now. Still pretty warm. Upper 60s, some low 70s out there. We've broken some records for warmest overnight low temperatures. And that marine layer, not all that present, just a few passing clouds that we're working with. Coming up, we'll talk about the 8-day forecast and about the warming trend. Yeah, you heard right. Another warming trend on hand by the time we get to this weekend. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Evan. A quick reminder, there are cool zones around the county. Those locations include the county's 33 library branches. They have AC, and so do the community centers. We have a full list of locations that you can go to, cbs8.com, click on the help button. And for the latest weather conditions and any alerts, while you're on the go, you can download the free CBS 8 app. If you don't have it there, you'll find it from Google Play or the App Store.
New this morning, a pedestrian was hit and killed by a car on eastbound State Route 78 near the El Camino Real exit in Oceanside. Happened just before 1:30 this morning. All lanes are back open now. California Highway Patrol officers later found the car they believe hit the pedestrian in a Winco Foods parking lot. It's not clear if the driver was arrested.
And now later this morning, county supervisors set to consider a policy to look at how the cross-border sewage crisis is impacting many people in the South Bay.
County Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer unveiled this yesterday, and CBS 8's Regina Yarita live outside the County Administration Building, where supervisors will be meeting here in just a couple of hours to discuss this. Regina.
Yeah, good morning to the both of you. That's correct. The County Board of Supervisors will consider this new policy during their regular meeting. So they'll talk about this new policy sometime before noon. And it's really to get the attention of the County Health and Human Services Agency to examine the health impacts affecting the South Bay residents when it comes to the Tijuana River sewage crisis. Now, along with leaders from Imperial Beach and Coronado, Lawson-Remer says she wants to see increased data collection beyond those coming in direct contact with polluted ocean water. Now, according to the supervisor, the proposed policy would direct county staff to begin meeting with a dedicated task force within 45 days. It would also develop coordinated strategies for mobilization. Some of those include launching a community health survey, examining health impacts beyond direct water exposure, development of a Tijuana River public health risk dashboard, development of local decontamination protocols for sewage contaminated floodwaters. It will also request zip code level data from the California Breathing Program. So back out here, they're also looking into obtaining additional funding for some of these impacts that the South Bay residents have been dealing with when it comes to the Tijuana River sewage crisis. So in the next couple of hours, they will meet and discuss this new policy. We'll try to get you guys more information as they have that discussion later on today. But for now, I'm outside of the county admin building in downtown. Regina Yarita, CBS 8.
Regina, thank you. The County Board of Supervisors also expected to deliberate on the proposed $8.53 billion budget for the upcoming fiscal year. Supervisors will consider adding $46.9 million to the budget, putting it closer to $9 billion. That comes as the proposed budget has already increased from 4.5% from last year's budget. It includes funding to fix the behavioral health and homelessness crisis, building more affordable housing, and public health and safety. The new budget will go into effect on July 1st. Today, the Chula Vista City Council is set to vote on whether Measure P should be on the November ballot. The City Council wants to extend Measure P, a sales tax measure that helps fund city projects. These projects include fixing streets, filling potholes, upgrading energy and water systems, repairing recreation centers, and funding police and fire vehicles. Measure P has been in place since 2017.
Later today, the man accused of 2 kidnapping attempts in broad daylight at the Mission Valley Mall is set to face a judge. Police say 42-year-old Arturo Rene Lujan is responsible for trying to abduct a 6-year-old girl last week. Authorities also working to determine if he is also responsible for trying to kidnap another girl at the same mall there in Mission Valley. Lujan faces at least 1 count of attempted kidnapping, although based on his description, police believe he is the one responsible for both kidnapping attempts. He's set to be formally charged at 1:30 this afternoon. And now a warning from health experts this morning after the search for a hiker that went missing on Black Mountain sadly ended yesterday. 50-year-old Yiem Lee Nguyen had been on a hike for charity on Sunday morning before she disappeared. Police say they believe they found her body about 24 hours later yesterday morning. While we still don't know the definite cause of Yiem Nguyen's death while hiking at Black Mountain, we do know that heat is the leading weather-related killer in the U.S. Deaths that medical experts say are also preventable.
Experts say if you're hiking or doing another outdoor activity in the heat, it is always best to have someone else with you to monitor each other for signs of heat illness, which can often sneak up on you with little warning. Dr. Abby Olulare with Sharp Reese Steely also pointing out that symptoms of heat illness can start to set in just a matter of minutes, progressing from heat exhaustion to life-threatening heat stroke.
If you start to feel headaches, if you start to feel dizzy, if you feel thirsty, at that point, if you're outside and it's hot, you're actually getting to a point where it may become too late.
The CDC has a special website that tracks heat events and heat alerts based on your individual zip code, along with more tips to stay safe in the heat. For a link, just go to CBS8.com and click on the Help button. Boy, everyone in San Diego is feeling the heat, and that includes those experiencing homelessness. Heat-related illnesses such as dehydration and heat exhaustion are common for anyone out in the heat, especially those in the sun all day. Right now, items like summer clothes, shoes, water, and sunscreen are top priorities for homeless organizations and shelters. Streets of Hope is one organization helping the homeless get these items.
And now time at 6:08, and it may even be tank top weather at this hour. Usually we say, hey, good idea to layer up, but I don't think people need to as much.
No, you can start off with the tank top right now, and you'll be good throughout the day. Temperatures are already in the 60s overnight. And that just means that when you open up the windows to try to let in the cooler air overnight, you're not letting in much cooler air. It's upper 60s at that. So 67 right now in Santee and Carlsbad, 68 in downtown San Diego. At least the marine layer that everyone had been so angry about for the past 2 months is no longer with us, but we've traded one for another. Instead of the gray start to the day, the cooler temperatures, we are now at full sunshine, and we have very high UV exposure and very hot temperatures out there that will continue. Yesterday, we made it to 81 degrees in downtown San Diego. It brought us down by 3 degrees compared to Sunday. So Sunday was our warmest at 84. We dropped down to 81. Today's afternoon high is expected to be about 77 degrees. So that would mean another 4-degree temperature slide, but still above average, average being 73, which would mean that every day since about Thursday, we've been at or above average. 5-day forecast shows, though, that cooler temperatures are in play for Wednesday through Friday. A little minor cool down, and I say minor because not only do temperatures not slide by much, that's a 3-degree drop, but it also only lasts for 3 days. By the time we get to the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, temperatures are back on an incline. They'll be taking us back to the warmer than normal range for the upcoming weekend. Mountains and deserts don't really see much of a cool down between now and the upcoming weekend. In fact, they're already going to start to warm up by tomorrow. So it's the coastline and the inland valleys in particular where those temperatures are going to slide and be a bit more noticeable between now and Friday. 77 degrees is that forecast high for today in downtown San Diego. That is 4 degrees warmer than average. Overnight lows are about 3 degrees warmer than average, and looks like we are still not even close to touching record-breaking territory. The record set back in 2000, not sure if you remember that, but we made it to 89 degrees at the San Diego International Airport. So just kind of goes to show, sure, it is hot out there, but we are still 12 degrees off of where we were in 2000. No rain so far this year. Let's check in on traffic, see how your roads are this morning. Want to take you to just one crash that popped up. We are starting to see volume pick up this morning. We'll zoom into this one, shoulder blocked with a crash in the 805 northbound at Murray Ridge Road. You're starting to see that congestion build in the northbound lanes of the 805. Looks like things are actually starting to improve now there. CHP is on scene working to push that over to the shoulder. Looks like it is on the shoulder right now, so no actual lanes of the freeway are blocked. That's great news. Should be able to head through, but just remember that you might be slowing down a bit leading up to it. Let's check in on border wait times, see how those are this morning. 150-minute wait out there at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. So well over 2 hours, about 2.5 hours in total. Otay Mesa Port of Entry is going to be about an hour 20 to get across. Ned and Eric, over to you.
Evan, thank you so much for that.
Yep, CBS 8 proud to team up with SDCCU, Jersey Mike's, and the San Diego County Office of Education to stuff the bus and get much-needed school supplies into the hands of local students experiencing homelessness.
So right now, through July 31st, you can make a donation at any San Diego County Jersey Mike's, any SDCCU branch, or go to sdccu.com/donate. And all the donations will go to the San Diego County Office of Education. They will be purchasing and distributing school supplies and backpacks, and this will go to students in districts all around San Diego County. Still ahead here, the Biden administration student loan repayment plan facing more legal trouble.
And Julian Assange striking a deal. What we know about the agreement that'll let the WikiLeaks founder walk free after releasing government secrets.